Hey everyone, we're going to take a quick break and talk about our sponsors for the month, AMP Agency. AMP is a full-service digital marketing agency that specializes in tour, rental, and destination marketing.
We would not have sponsors on the show if we could not vouch for them ourselves. AMP Agency does a bunch of stuff for Destiny Water Adventures personally. I 100% vouch for this guy. I've handed them over to other companies in the past before they officially became a sponsor, and they have had nothing but great things to say. If you guys are doing your own marketing and doing a piss poor job of it, do yourselves a favor. Hand yourselves over to AMP Agency, specifically Steve Edwards, their CEO, will call you personally and have a great conversation with you about what you guys need to do for your marketing.
Listen, guys, they do pretty much everything in digital marketing: website development, maintenance, Google AdWords, PPC, graphic design, social media management, SEO, and a myriad of other things. When you choose a marketing company, it's so important to choose a company that knows your industry. And AMP Agency knows activity marketing, especially water sports and tours. They got a promo going for Awkward Water Sport Guy listeners for their managed websites. Use promo code Awkward Podcast when you go to amp.agency. Again, that's amp.agency, promo code Awkward Podcast. You get 3 months free and get started with AMP Agency. All right, guys, let's get back to the show. Yeah, so we're here with Ryan O'Grady from Fotoflo. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's episode 105. Yeah, episode 105 or 106. I'll have to look at that, but that's not important. We're here with Ryan today, and we're going to be talking about using your photos in your marketing campaigns and what's the best ways and just why you would do that. Now, we did have a show last year or the year before with another person that does photos, and we focused more on the selling. It was a really colorful episode. I would recommend you go back and listen to that one too, because it'll be a good juxtaposition of our conversation today. But one of Kevin's favorite shows.
We'll find out.
Yeah. That word is juxtaposition, by the way, not juxtaposition. Juxtaposition.
Oh, well, thank you. It's third grade grammar teacher. Okay. Ryan, why don't you give us just a quick rundown of how you got into this business and tell us a little bit about Fotoflo.
So I was able to realize a life goal pretty early when I was 26. I traveled the world and filmed motorsport adventure. I was working with tourism operators all over the world, did some crazy shit like filming out of helicopters, snowmobiling in Russia. It was actually in Iceland when I realized that none of these operators were providing memories to their customers, right? They weren't capturing, they weren't taking them. So I had an idea to just create an automated system to sell photos, share revenue, create passive income where we would share the photo revenue, and I'd provide the system to operators. And then in my first year, way back in 2010, out of shit luck, I developed a web app, not knowing what the hell I was doing. We're attaching the photos that we're selling to emails, but then I started seeing how people were consuming and sharing their photos and reaching new audiences through a variety of different channels. And I asked myself, well, in the active service, how can I help my clients the most? Is it in treating photos as products that we can leverage and sell, or is it in the benefit that when you provide photos and videos, when you provide memories to your customers, they're going to share them, they're going to reach new audiences and refer business, and is that actually more profitable? So really, I realized that the photos and videos we capture of our customers are the most valuable marketing media you could ever capture. They're going to be shared, they're going to reach new audiences with the best possible message, and so from that point forward, we've been developing a system to gain those benefits. Yeah.
2 questions. 1, do you like Gary Vee?
Yeah.
You like Russell Brunson?
I don't know Russell Brunson, I have to admit.
What other marketers do you like?
You caught me off guard, man.
Who do you follow? Seth Godin?
Yeah, but not big. I'll be honest.
Grant Cardone?
My personal development stuff, I just read The Power of Moments. So that was a book that I read. I can't remember the author, man. I'm not good at retaining that stuff.
You've retained a couple things. Yeah. So guys, let's get into it a little bit. So there's a couple things I'm going to call you out on. 1, passive income. I fucking hate that. I hate that term, because anything that you're gonna do that you're gonna do well, that shit is gonna take work, and it's gonna be
100%.
fucking hard. All right,
fucking
so
right. Yeah,
let's watch.
I
the
100% agree.
Talk, okay? 2 is watch the backstory on the fucking how much you want to help everybody, because at the end of the day, we all do want to help our customers. I agree with you, and I don't say that you're not, but 100% you're in this to fucking make money. So let's clear the fucking air on all that shit, and let's just fucking start from a good platform. Because I'm a student of this shit, man. I love marketing, dude. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love where you're going. I don't think you're full of shit at all. I'm just prefacing that. But I'm just gonna grab those pieces when they come up, and I'm gonna fucking pull them out, and we're gonna get down to what it is you do. And if you're good, maybe I'll use you, because I'm in the process of getting this thing started, man. So you are probably selling maybe the easiest and the toughest fucking guy that you're gonna the fairest by far. The fairest.
Bring it, man. Bring the questions. I love it.
I am good, bro. I just want you to know that I am fucking good. I live, eat, and breathe this shit. Anyway, so hold on, wait. I got one more, and then I got
all right, go ahead.
So go ahead and let's break it down, just like in, like maybe just the elevator pitch on what it is that Fotoflo does exactly.
Yeah. So we do 2 things. Like, I'll summarize and I'll provide a bit of details. Number 1, we make it as easy and automated as possible to capture, upload, organize, deliver photos and videos to your customers, whether you sell or give them away. So I'm going to talk about that. The second thing that we do is gain the benefit of what customers are going to do to market your business for you. I'll talk about that. Let me address what you first said. I agree. But when you say serve people, the more that I can serve, obviously the more I'll benefit. It's not like a one way. It's not selfless, dude. I'm not I'm not here to create, but it's well, where is the best opportunity? Where is the most revenue? And if I can create a real impact on direct bookings and growth through referral and repeat business, well, guess what? My product is way more valuable than taking a percentage of photo sales, which is a race to the bottom, by the way. So no, I'm on the same page as you.
It's the video. I'm shaking my head up and down. So I just, for any strikes I'm gonna give you, if I'm just sitting here shaking my head up and down, and the guys that you cannot see my head shaking my head up and down, I'm going, 100%. You're 100%.
Why do I feel like this is the Shark Tank?
I know,
and you got Kevin, you got Mr. Wonderful here.
Yeah.
Well, because I need this. Listen. The fact of the matter is right now he's pitching me because I'm setting up my process, my systems and processes for what our photos are going to look like, right? So I'm putting a lot of money into it. I'm putting a lot of. We're in the beginning. I have meetings lined up to get our photos and video packages like Disney World rocking and rolling, and we need content. So. The fact of the matter is I am being pitched because I am potentially an investor in Fotoflo. So if I seem like I'm being like Mr. Wonderful, it's because I might be interested in giving him money, not for his business, but, for his product. So.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the show so far. We want to take a quick break to talk about our sponsor, Conversion Assist. Conversion Assist is an app that helps you get more bookings, improve customer experience, automate reviews, and make your staff more efficient. And for you Fair Harbor users, it can integrate directly into your system for a streamlined experience.
Yeah, I worked with Dustin and PPC Pros, and then right before actually Conversion Assist, he actually beta tested it with us, and it was off the wall. The amount of reviews that we got was so awesome. And I got to see Conversion Assist before he actually launched it, and it's pretty neat. It puts together all of your different communication and chatbots that you have, from Facebook Messenger to your website to all the different types of channels that people can reach out to you, and it keeps it all together in one seamless integrated application. Dustin himself is also extremely accessible, and he's always a great wealth of knowledge. I think Conversion Assist looks super neat, and it definitely did awesome for us.
Dustin is not only a great member of the AWG community, but he's also a tour operator himself. To learn more, head to conversionassist.me to book a demo today. That's conversionassist.me, not .com. Make sure to let them know that Greg and Kevin sent you from the AWG podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
So let me describe specifically how it works. First of all, we have an Android and iOS app that the majority of our customers use. We pull in booking information into the app from all the different major booking and res techs. And then what we do is make it really automated to not only upload the photos, but automatically deliver them. So basically there's 2 actions in the mobile app. you see the bookings, you open our app, you see the bookings for today's date, all organized, all even segmented based on activity. So if I'm a photographer guide on a certain activity, I just see the bookings that matter to me. I select their name, I take a photo or I take a video. Those get automatically uploaded and then automatically delivered to the guests. We pull in the information through the booking system too. If you want to sell the photos or give them away, by the way, our system is a fixed cost. We don't take a percentage of any revenue from photo sales. It's a fixed cost user system. And what that's allowed us to do is be really agnostic and like making a recommendation on whether you should sell or give away the photos. I'll talk about that later on, but really it's a fixed cost. So you can choose. You can give them away. You can sell them.
Do you have a pen and paper or something you can take a note with?
Yep.
Eli, E-L-I, at destinywateradventures.com. That's my business partner. Yep. Make sure you email him when the show's done and present your shit to. Yep. And I'm going to grab a water real quick, but I fucking love it.
Okay. Yeah, but you haven't even heard it. You haven't heard anything, man. That's nothing. Like that is like I so agree. If you can hear me, like I listened to your last podcast. Like I'm gonna say like selling photos is an impulse buy. So it's all about like selling in the moment. Like, and if any photo vendor is telling you that like you can generate more income with their system, they're full of shit. Like it all comes down to how good you are in the moment at selling photos. But guess what? Selling photos is fucking hard.
Yeah.
It requires somebody that's good at selling.
Yeah.
You know, because it's an impulse buy. And like I've seen businesses like they crush it one year and then the next year it drops off because staff turnover in this industry is huge, right? So, but see, with our system, so let me describe a little bit more. So basically, we pull in through the booking system who bought photos, who didn't. You have an add-on. You can add it through. So basically, if you want to sell photos effectively, you add it on during the online booking, so they can add it to their booking when they're making the booking online. Then you at check-in, you can upsell them. You add it to the booking, or after the experience, of course, you say these people bought photos, and then basically our system knows who purchased the photos through that integration. We'll automatically send all access to the people that bought them. And we can automatically send what we call preview access so people can buy them from home. Now, we don't take any revenue. It's actually your Stripe account. Like we're not middlemen of handling any revenue. It goes directly to you. But see, most of our clients give away the photos because while we make it super easy and automated to sell or give it away, like I'll be honest, like 10 years ago when I came up with the idea was to sell photos. And I was like, yeah, well, that's great, but pay attention to what people are doing with their media. And they're like, I don't give a shit. People are coming to me saying, I don't give a shit, Ryan. Tell me how to sell photos. That's all I care about. I'm like, well, yeah, but what about the people that are sharing their photos? And they're saying, prove it. So over the last 10 years, we've been working on, well, what are the benefits? Like, what do you gain when you give people media? How do they consume it and share it? How do we measure those impacts? How can we engage with people long-term with their own memories? And what does that mean to an operator? So we've had operators that, and I'll describe more details, but we've had operators convert 70% of their bookings, like purchasing albums, and they're able to look in our system and determine that the 30% they weren't giving media to, they're missing more opportunity. Because see, when you give people media, guess what? They're going to share it. They're going to share it through whatever social channel that they're active within. What is also true is that whoever sees that are of the same demographic. They have the same likes, interests, and means to go to your business, whether they share it through TikTok or Snapchat or wherever. And it's the most trusted marketing media when you're seeing somebody refer that business, you know, and so we can actually measure that impact and see the leads that are being gained through people sharing their own media through their own private social channels. And quite frankly, it outperforms any other marketing spend. And
Ryan, do you have like a marketing dashboard that can actually track conversions and sales and so forth?
So for us, what we're doing is actually, so you like, there's all kinds of trackability within our system. We're not a booking engine. Okay. So we're not going to be like some third party booking engine where you have to track that. Like we want to drive it through your site. So basically, but what we do is drive web traffic through user generated content. So people are going to consume, share their media, however that they want through whatever social channel that they want. And we drive traffic back to your business and to your website. And then it's on you to convert that traffic to booking. And you can measure that impact. But like basically, like I'll give you an example. Like between 5 accounts, we just did analysis on. Now, of course, everybody's website is different. Like it depends how good you are at driving traffic to your website currently, and whether or not you're competing against OTAs, and and whether or not you're doing PPC. But But basically between these 5 accounts, on average, we drove a 30% increase in net new direct web traffic. And that isn't people going to view their photos. That's people sharing their photos, reaching new audiences, having those people return to the website where now they're looking at somebody that they know and trust, having a good time at your business.
Wow.
With the opportunity to book that.
All right, let me cross over onto your side now, buddy, because you got me. Yeah, man, you don't seem full of shit at all. I just like I said, I'm gonna come hard in the paint, but you know, the guys,
please.
The thing, like, you know. And this is like at its bare minimum. Now, I know Ryan just spoke 100 fucking miles an hour. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good. That's the way I talk when I'm passionate about shit. You know what I mean? I'm like a fucking sledgehammer, man. You know, I'm like, and they're just like, what?
Yeah,
so that's why in the first 30 seconds, I'm just like, put the email, get a hold of us. Like, let's put something together. Yeah. Like, you're the type of dude that I work with 100%. You know what I mean? So I get what you're doing, man. You doing off for the rip. You don't seem like a salesman, sales guy. You seem like excited about your product, and that's number one, guys. So when you're working with marketers or fucking photo guys or res tech or fucking, you know, are they providing value? 100. If you're slightly fucking confused, a little scared and a little excited by what that guy's saying, you might have the right guy. You know what I mean? Like, fucking for real. You know. And then the second part to what he's talking about, just as far as like the impact of social media, the tools of marketing, you greedy fucks that are listening to this, you money hungry entrepreneurial animals that are just bottom line hungry. Photos and videos like brought me to Destiny Water Adventures. Like, I built my business because of photos and videos off the back of a parasail boat, because the guy I worked for did not see the value in it. Didn't want to save money on labor, not pay parasail captains what they get paid, and said, here's your photos and video. It used to be a practice 20 years ago. They got all those photos and video. Well, the fact of the matter is that business, which is what it was, you know, started off at whatever X amount of dollars and ballooned to X amount of more, like vastly, 10x, you know what I mean? Look, if you see Disney World putting in infrastructure and a whole big portion of it, that is because that is their top line and their bottom line are goddamn near the same, because there's almost no fucking overhead to it. You're selling memories, man. You're selling digital memories, and sure, if you want to optimize that, you can definitely throw a ton of money into it, but at the bare minimum, we would sell a product for that we paid 25 cents that took 5 to 8 minutes of the parasail ride to capture and sold for $60. I can't do math because I'm a fucking gorilla, but I can tell you that the upside on that is fucking astronomical. It is.
Yeah, let me add something to that, Kevin.
Yeah.
How many times, and just think, how many times have you went to an attraction and the most people working at that attraction are the photo people?
100%.
I went to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta a few weeks ago, and when I walked in, there was 4 people working the photo station. They took a picture in front of a green screen, and then as I'm leaving, they had 10 kiosks with 1 person at each kiosk, making sure that you walked up to it and at least saw the photo. If you didn't buy it, that's one thing, but they wanted you to see the photo. So total 15 people in that one attraction were just photo people. So there are some big margins in it, but even if you don't go the selling route and you just use it for marketing, I mean, you got to think like the average person on Facebook has 500 to 1,000 connections.
Yeah, man.
They post it on there, and people are now seeing it, and they're marketing for you for free.
Yeah,
and that's
let me go down that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me go down that path, man, because like I had people like in this industry, in the water sports industry, that just called me out and said that's bullshit. Like, I don't care what people do. But that was before people even want to be on Facebook, right? Like, I'm like, I don't even want to be on Facebook. I don't want to post on social media. I don't care. But I'm telling you, so we've been on a long journey to prove that. Like, what are the benefits you gain when you give people media? And so we can actually track the referral leads that are gained when you give people their media. How many leads you're gaining from each of your customers that are sharing their photos however they want. We actually curate and rank every single guest based on advocacy. So out of all of your guests, who are the people that are doing that the best? and how big and how large are the audiences that they're reaching. And these people now are the most qualified that are more likely to refer and return. And then we can remarket to people with their own memories. So on the anniversary of their experience, on other moments, we can resend them their photos. And guess what? People will continue to share and refer and become greater advocates over time. So every memory that you capture isn't just something that's fleeting or gains benefit now. As we continue to remarket to them, months and years later, they'll continue to share it, continue to reach new audiences, and continue to become and refer on your behalf. So for us, like I said, we have a fixed cost. Like, I don't care. Like, sell photos, give them away. It's a fixed cost. But if referral and repeat business is more important to you than ancillary sales of photos, that's typically where I'd say, like, you may want to consider giving away, but you can just look at the data within our system and make that decision on your own. Make that decision. But I will say this. I want to say a couple more things. Selling photos is fucking hard. Like, and if you're not good at it, or if you don't have people that are good at selling, you're not going to convert. Like, it's all about an impulse buy, right? So, and then you need retail stations, like you said, like huge staff, like training. You know, when you give away photos, it's literally, it can be as simple as one photo, man. Like, it can be a photo of whoever booked together, smiling, looking good, mom, dad, 2 kids. And that becomes their favorite memory from their vacation because it's a photo that nobody gets. And you have the ability to take it, and they invest in your business to remember you. So when you do that on their behalf, now you're adding service, and it can even be a competitive differentiator. Like, if your direct competitor is giving away photos and you're like hawking people their memories with a high pressure sales tactic on site for $60, like, we've seen businesses lose market share because of that. So, to us, once again, it's fixed costs. Like, I'm not here to promote my product, but of course I am. I'm here that people want. Let me rephrase. I'm not here to just talk specifically about Fotoflo. I'm saying that because I'm neutral in my ability to just give people information that's important to them.
Well, Ryan,
I'm going to say,
let's shift to.
I got a quick question. I want to go back to something about all right. So I mean, certainly you're not advocating for giving photos away.
I am, man. I believe businesses. Listen. Okay. There's always going to be businesses that sell photos and should sell photos. Okay. And that's you guys. And I understand your margins. It's such a huge line item, like I said. And there's hybrid solutions too, where you can still gain those benefits that I talked about. But when you exclude people from having memories, you miss those opportunities. Like, you miss the opportunity for people to become advocates.
You can cut them a fucking deal, man. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let me take off my marketing hat and put on my fucking sales hat here. You know what I mean? To your point, don't get me wrong. Like, I definitely, I don't disagree with what you're saying. And I'm not, here now we hit a fucking delta, guys, because I definitely don't advocate for giving your fucking photos away, at all. Listen, I see it as a value prop. I get it. But the thing is that that's this big of a value prop, right? So if I'm creating a value proposition, a value ladder, whatever it may be, photos as a part of my parasail excursion are this big. Now, sure, you can add that onto a value prop, but I would argue that I could put 10 great things about my business because I'm a great fucking marketer. And that would be oh man, I get free photos if I go parasailing with this dickhead. But the other guy doesn't know how to market his shit. So it's we won't kill you. That's another value prop. We're the safest parasail operation in the fucking world. Now you tell me what sounds fucking better as a value prop. A free photo of fucking Timmy going off the back of the goddamn parasail, or Timmy fucking being incinerated by a fucking lightning strike or something. You know what I mean? So it's that. Sure. So this is so listen, if you got a hybrid, let's get into it. Let's have a real conversation, because I'm giving my photos away I'm fucking taking a dick up my ass, dude. You know what I mean? That is money. And listen, I get it, dude, because I give away a lot of stuff that I'm hey, I wouldn't charge for that. You're charging for that. That's cool. I understand what you're doing. And to your point, 100%, if you're a new operator, because I've seen guys do it. I've seen guys been free photos on their shit. And at the end of the day, you're talking about 150 grand. And I think unless you have the data to support that you're clawing market share away by one single value proposition, I would 100% fucking challenge that and probably be right.
Hey everyone, Greg here. As you may know by now, I'm the co-founder and CEO of TripShock, an online reseller for water sports and tours. For the past 12 years, we've had the pleasure of working with hundreds of operators across the country, and we're looking to grow our community. It's free to sign up, and you only pay when we bring you confirmed bookings. We'll help you reach new customers, fill empty seats, and grow your business like so many have done with us over the years. Head over to partners.tripshock.com to learn more about our program, read testimonials, or speak directly with our supply team. As always, thank you for listening and enjoy the show.
Yeah, but it's on the back end, man. Like what I'm saying is that we have data within our system that you can understand web traffic and then actually monitor conversions through people sharing their media, reaching new audiences.
100%.
And so and then you can look at that. So you can look at that. I'm not saying like if you want to sell photos, man. And we've got all the tools for that. You want to give the photos away? Give the photos away. We have all the tools for that. What I'm saying is that people are looking at the data behind it and saying, I want more web traffic to my site because direct bookings through referrals and the repeat business is more important to me than converting photo sales. It is for some operators. Now, if that's not, anyways, let's not. No. I agree with
we're going to talk off camera, like when I like come for like
I got a couple things.
Make you more money, dude. Like when I get 10% of Fotoflo because I'm going to fucking help you on all this shit because I've been doing this for a lot longer than fucking 10 years and I'm really good at it and fucking I love everything you're talking about. But like, let's make some more money, dude. You, me, and the operators, bro. And the customers, customers are fucking winning because now it's not and Greg, I hate to just let me finish this point. Because now you are also creating a value prop for your employees, especially if you're giving them a piece of it, right? You're putting that dog in the fight for them and they care. Somebody that's giving away something for free puts this much fucking effort into it, okay? So if you're going to get wonderful, great photos and great fucking content, somebody that's getting paid to do that versus somebody that's giving that away, I would argue that the content that somebody's paying for and that somebody's getting paid for is going to be 10 times fucking better rather than a trash ass picture that you're putting out for free because the guy's like, snap, I don't want to fucking do this is my job, and runs the fucking way.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like, we could go on about this, man, but we got limited
time. We're going
time.
to. So me and you are have another. I like your business, bro. I like you, man. You're
I have another response to that, but there's
I want to step in here. So, like, you know, we sell a lot of different businesses on TripShock, and I do notice, I mean, one thing, we do sell a lot of parasailing, and I'm very shocked of how many people purchase the photo package when they book online for parasailing. It's probably close to 50%. It's very, very, very high. So, in that circumstance, I could never tell, a parasail company just give them away for free for marketing. But other businesses,
Bob Iger,
there's other situations. There's other situations where I think it makes more sense. So we have one partner who sold photos for 1 year, and they did really well with it. But then the next year, they just had staffing issues. They couldn't find reliability in there. But this is not necessarily a situation of whether to sell or not sell photos. This is a staffing. This is a management issue. If they continued to have that photo person staffed and made it an important part of their business, then they would be killing it right now with photos. It's just, I think everyone looks at the photo thing as just an ancillary thing. If we can do it, let's do it. And I see a lot of that with businesses. Like, they don't make it a priority. If that's the case, if it's not a priority to you, but you do see some value in marketing, then just give them for free. I mean, it's like, just not, the fact of the matter is that this is content, and content does help sell and build your brand. So, but if you don't want to sell it and deal with staffing and all that.
So I gotta want to jump in here, man. And I was trying to feed it to you I was trying to feed it to you for you to fucking lob it up, but I'm going to lob it up. So as a general rule, and this could be completely ass backwards, but you're a reader, Ryan, and I'm a reader, and Greg's a reader, and it's like I'm actually currently reading Bob Iger as the CEO of Disney World's biography, and it's super interesting.
Cool.
But I look at WWDD. That is like WWAD. What would Disney do? What would Apple do? What would Elon Musk do? When I write a song, I'm listening to the fucking Beatles, man. You know what I mean? Like, I watch those guys move. And when I see Disney World has created a cottage industry on selling photos, on figuring out how to get those photos marketed. Like, they are dressing up. Like, the photo itself is so worth it because the activity is so worth it. So on their value proposition, like Disney World, like, you know, I can imagine like Bob Iger sitting in his fucking office. He's like, yeah, give the photos away. That sounds like a great idea, Ryan. And I don't want to go back to that. And you said there's hybrids. So we're going to talk about that off camera, off audio. And we're going to talk about a solution that works for my business, that works for us, where I think that there's like a juice and squeeze thing here where like I 100% get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, but those of you guys listening out here, this is my 2 cents, and I'm not selling you shit. Nothing against Ryan's got a dog in the fight because he is selling something that he's passionate, he believes in, and I'm not saying Ryan's like I want to do business with the guy. Maybe the whole don't sell your photos thing kind of fucking like you know, maybe pause a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, and because I agree with like 99% of what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like 100%. Everything he's talking about as far as a marketing device and a marketing lever and all of those things. But at the end of the day, I think there is a middle of the road that you can take there where they're going to serve both functions. Yeah. And you are going to find a juice squeeze ratio that is, you know, affects your body. Because this year, like, I mean, what you like, the selling is so funny. I'm going so hard on it because, like, I have a whole like plan in my brain, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to model what Disney World did. We're going to get the marketing. We're going to get the money. Like, I'm a Grant Cardone guy, so I'm 10X, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, I want it all, dude. The marketing, the photos, and I believe it's doable. So I look forward to talking with you afterward because we definitely do share a lot of the same values and ideas about this, man. But yeah, please, man. I mean,
well, I'm gonna blow your mind, man, because like I just shared a video of Gary video on talking about why Disney is giving away free photos.
Oh.
So, you know, I got a story, man. I know you went down that path, so Disney made a decision to give away free photos, believe me, they're not doing it because of out of goodwill, man. Because there's an opportunity for it to be more profitable by growing bookings.
So they're giving away their photo package for free now.
Yeah. You should check it out.
You know, it's funny. I heard about this, and
now,
I
it's
totally
limited.
forgot. Yeah, I heard about this. And
what do you mean it's limited? They're not just giving away their photo packages. All of them now for free for everybody.
It's on a certain plan. Like you can look at. I'll send you the link, and we'll make sure that anybody that listens to this as well. I'll make sure to add.
But wait a minute, you got to provide a little bit of context here because you're putting a carrot on the end of the stick, and I don't do carrot dangles. So explain to me a little bit about what they're doing, so I understand.
Yeah, so they made a decision as part of their 100th year celebration to give the photos away for free, man. And like that was a big part of their marketing promotion around their 100th year celebration. Like I think that there's some exclusions. Like I haven't dove into what those are.
For the year or for forever for the
they're saying for the year, but like, man, I'm telling you, like where my argument lies. And once again, if you want to sell photos, sell as much as you can. And if it's a huge part of it, like it's a big line item for you, continue, man. That's great. Perfect. What I'm saying is that when you can actually see and understand the people that don't buy, that don't get their media, that aren't sharing, that aren't consuming, that aren't reaching new audiences, and you can actually track that and understand what that means as far as bookings, then like maybe it's more profitable to give it away. And that's maybe what Disney, I don't know. I can't tell you what, but I'm telling you, they're not doing it out of the goodness. They're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart.
No, they're doing it for marketing.
They're tracking it.
In, dude. And they raise their prices for their park entry.
Exactly.
And so there's it's not like they're just giving photos away. They're going like, well, if we're going to raise X amount of prices per ticket and we throw it in and we lost money through COVID, like this is 100% strategy on their side. And 100%. The photos will come back because as Greg as I saw, so the problem, and I don't want to go down the Disney road a little bit, but when Greg and I were there last time, there was so much that they had started charging for that before was free. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is shocking. Like, I can't believe I'm paying for the bracelets. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. So if they're going to come off of something, they're going to come off of something that has zero fucking overhead, right? And they're not going to do it forever. So, I mean, that's a take on it, Ryan.
What I believe that they're doing is they're trying to understand probably what the return on this investment is. They're giving photos for free. I think they're going to track the hell out of it. Yeah, and if they and after this year, if they see that it's actually better to give them for free and they're getting more bookings, and then I can see them continuing it or just maybe offering it for a lot less. Who knows? But I think this is a test. I don't think this is like, oh, we're just giving them for free for the hell of it.
Forever.
I think this is this something they're testing. Disney's a little smarter than that. You know, when I think about photos and I think about our conversation today, I really think it just depends on the type of business and their ability to actually do this, actually sell, because I've seen businesses have good, like just like Ryan said earlier, he's spot on. Some businesses try this out and they're good for like a year or two, and then it fizzles out because the staffing and it's low importance. If they really put the time into it, selling it, I think it could be a really huge line item. Like I know if Kevin does it, he's going to do it well. He's going to know exactly. But a lot of businesses aren't Kevin. Like Kevin is the 1% of water sport. But what about all the other ones that, like, we haven't even talked about, like the single operator that just has a private charter boat. He doesn't have, all the tools and stuff to do these things. Like, you can do photos without a Fotoflo. I mean, maybe that's the first step into this. If you have a camera on your phone, and I see a lot of the smaller captains, they'll take pictures of their guests and then they'll send them all the photos on their phone for free, and they don't charge. I mean, they do it more for marketing. They want them to share it on Facebook. That's the only. I mean, when I went fishing, took my family out did a bay fishing trip. The captain sent all the photos and he said, "All I ask of you is just share this on Facebook and tag me." That's it. Mm-hmm. So you don't need to pay a subscription service to do something like that. But we're telling you do it. It's important. It's an important part of your marketing, and look, especially it's free.
So look, man, and even to like an operational standpoint, like you mentioned Disney talking about doing it for a year. So this is something like, all right, let's say if for example, like I am getting ready to set up like a major, I'm not saying I am or I'm not, but I am getting ready to set up a major photo operation out for my water sport place and get into like selling photos and all that shit. If there's like a way for you to go like, all right, we need to test our SOPs on this. We need to figure out what works and how we optimize for this. And you're like, well, we want to get something out of it. Then you could use something like a Fotoflo. And obviously, like after we get off the phone, so this is, we're going to talk about personal branding later, but I'm going to get like all of Ryan's time. He's going to be my best friend in this game because he's going to be like, give me more operators, man. Come on, work with me, dude. But seriously, it seems like Ryan would actually devote his time, or somebody from his staff, to like say, like, hey, let us get you help on this journey. Like, this is where we've seen success in market A, failure in market B, and we've worked with different operators. Like, this is how you guys want to do this, to give this shit away, to get some marketing, to figure out what it is. And then if you guys want to sell them 6 months down the road, it doesn't cost you anything. So, I mean, I love it, bro. Like, I'm seriously excited to fucking work with you, dude. And this is why I love this fucking show. But I do have one question for you. Well, two. Have you ever seen the movie 8 Mile?
Oh, buddy, like, I don't remember. I don't remember stuff like that. Yes, like 20 years
remember,
ago.
Remember when he's in the mirror and he's like rapping to himself and he's fucking like...
Yeah.
How many times did you practice trying to pitch me at home before you came on this show? You know that other show like really well, like better than I do, dude. Like I don't even know what I said to that fucking guy, to be honest with you. Yeah. I know you were practicing, motherfucker.
At least 5 times.
Because you had everything ready, man. Like I told my partner the other day, I said, look, dude, I said, when we get into a debate, understand that I have stacked the deck, right? So I'm coming to you and I've thought about everything you're going to fucking say. And then I hit you with something and you're just like spiraling, trying to joust with me fucking but I have actually practiced for this shit. So guys, Ryan practiced. I want 100% ready because Greg just like told me like 5 minutes ago, he's like, maybe we should talk about this. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm just going to talk to the guy and find out. So if he beat me a little bit, he was more prepared than I was.
Well, we gotta wrap it up here. But Ryan, any last thoughts to folks that are interested in using their photos either with a service like yours or just doing it themselves?
Like, I think you just need to do it, man. Like, honestly, like, we didn't invent the benefits of giving people memories, right? But I'm telling you, like, I've yet to see a better tool to gain the benefits. But the core is when you actively provide service capture memories, get them in the hands of your customers, whether you're selling them or giving them away. They're going to share them. They're going to reach your target audience with the best marketing media, and you can benefit from that and you can grow. So, that's why, I say there's a small percentage of Kevin's out there that can really sell photos effectively, but I would urge every business that provides an experience worth remembering. If you're a business and your customers want to remember that experience, capture the memory and give them the memory, man, because they're going to share it. They're going to help you grow your 100%. Business. Okay. So.
Yeah. Awesome, all right. Man. So how does anyone get a hold if they have questions or thoughts or comments about the show?
You can hit me up direct, Ryan@Fotoflo.com. So it's FOTAFLO.com, Ryan@Fotoflo.com. And yeah, man, I'll happy to answer your questions direct, or I share it with my team.
Great close. Cool. Great close all the way around, Ryan, man. Thanks for coming on, dude.
All right. I truly
appreciate thanks, buddy.
Time, I appreciate everyone for listening in, and as always, keep it awkward.
And hang tight.
Yeah.